Okay. So this is the little eastern brown snake we got out of the kitchen that a cat had brought in. So we're going to attempt to get this ointment onto its injuries, just to help ward off any infection. The trick with eastern browns is try not to spook them. So we'll just see if it comes out in its own time. So you really need it to come out. Sliver through that ointment would help, but might just try and pin it. Are you going to come out, mate? No. Come out, buddy. Out of there. That's the way, yeah. Come out. You know you don't want to be in it. Maybe it doesn't lick that ointment, but it'll be alright for it. Just wanted to crawl through it. Because that'll just help get some onto his body if he crawls through it. The plan's already working a little bit. And what we can try and do, so we don't even need to touch the snake with our hands if we can help it. Cream up this whole hook. Because as soon as we start to pin it or anything, it's going to get cranky and it's going to go into defend itself mode. So rather than try and pin it and make it feel threatened and trapped, I'm just going to use some hook work on it and hopefully get it to crawl right through this hook. Help get this on the underside of its body. If it just stays calm, I should be able to get a lot of ointment onto that. Such a small snake, very dangerous to hold by hand. And then his whole tail over it, that's really good. Going through it and his body, that's really good. Getting it on top is going to be the harder part. Might have to pin him, because he's got so many cuts on him. No, you don't. That's more of his body out than I wanted. Dandelion in there. Try and get that out while we're at it. He's quite well behaved, isn't he? Really. We'll just take him by the head. So he's got some big one there. Probably just pin it. Hey. It's going to be slippery now. Because I don't know if I'll get every cut this way, eh? It's alright to do when he's got like just one gash you want to put it on, but he's got cuts up his whole body. What do you think?
If you think so.
Or I'll just be patient and I'll get it eventually.
He is a very slippery bunny.
He's going to be real slippery now.
Harder to hold now.
Yeah. Well, I'll be holding him right by the head, which I haven't really done. Oh, sorry, little dude. Trying to be delicate.
Sorry, that was my fault.
He's starting to get a bit cranky now. I wonder if we just do it. No. It's not going to like that. I just want to get this on your body. And just be patient. He's not freaking out and flipping around, so just need to be patient with it. Especially when they're creamed up, they're even harder to handle. It's slippery.
Use the stuff in the tub.
Hey?
Use the chunk in the tub.
Yeah, so.
He doesn't like dandelions either.
I like dandelions. It's probably not what a brown snake calls bush tucker though. So it's just a matter of coaxing him through like this. Slowly but surely. He's actually taken to it quite well. I thought he'd be freaking out. But he's actually... Maybe it's making his cuts feel better, I don't know. Probably not.
Maybe it doesn't feel well in general though.
Maybe, yeah. He's thinking this cream shit's the last of my worries. For a slippery sucker, you're still getting out, eh? Back in, little buddy. Get some of that body into it. Wish you could just talk to him and just say, hey man, I'm just going to put this cream on you so the cat thing doesn't kill you. And you go, oh okay, no worries, thanks for that.
The snakes that aren't very good climbers, he's doing it right.
Yeah, well, they can climb and they have to. They're alright at climbing, brownies, they're just not very good at getting down. They tend to fall off things. They get themselves up and then get stuck because they don't know how they actually got themselves up there. So they're not exactly climbing deliberately, more than just working out of instinct to get out of a place. Get away from something. We probably don't need the whole entire video. It's up to you, babe.
Something interesting might happen. You can chop it.
True.
You have to chop that bit there.
Why? Just wondering if we've got all the wounds though. It's hard to see. We've probably missed the odd one, but it's going to be...
Really beautiful yellow.
He's a nice looking snake.
Yellow belly. Any spots.
Uh-oh.
Stay still, Jack.
Where you going, little dude? Alright. We've got him there. Maybe we should just cream him up a bit. Because he's slipping right out of my hands. Hey, little dude. Probably just hold him. Really calm. Because I'm just wondering if we've got everywhere.
It's pretty well covered.
That bit there could definitely do with some more in that big cut there. Some scratches there. Because just a cat scratch can kill our reptiles. The bacteria in the claws and the mouth is enough to make them infected and kill them. So even though this snake doesn't have any punctured lungs or a broken back or anything from the cat, it has a lot of bite marks and a lot of scratches, which means if we just chuck it out into the wild as is, it doesn't have much of a chance, and I mean it's probably going to die anyway. But at least by doing this, we've given it half a chance to ward off infection. Where are you, little buddy? Yeah. Let me get underneath you again, a good one underneath you. That dandelion's really giving me the shits. I don't even know where it came from. We got it out of a kitchen and it ended up in the bag. What I'm going to do, just to get that back half I'm gonna, because it's been so good, I'm gonna let it out. I'll just use my hook to keep it away. And what I'm doing is just rubbing the cream into the back half a bit there where I know there's some scratches and I couldn't really get the cream onto. Just get it all along there. The more we get it in, the more likely it's going to be to work. So yeah, okay. Really slippery like this. This is how people think snakes feel, real slimy and slippery, but they're not. You're a very good behaved brown snake. Hey. Very good behaved brown snake. That big one there on the side I'd like to get. Oh, he's starting to bite stuff, he's starting to have enough. He's getting fed up with this tomfoolery and he wants to go home. You're getting cranky now, I'll put you back. He's had enough. He's saying, what are you doing with this slimy stuff? What is that? I like being slimy. You're slimy for a little bit and then you'll be alive. So, probably better off a little dude. Okay, so, now what we might do is we have a lid for that one with no holes in it, probably not, eh? Just put him back in this one, but oh, he's done a poo.
Oh, good.
He's done a poo. That's good.
Yeah.
That shows us he's
Let me film that.
pooing properly. So he's done a poo in the enclosure, in the container that we had him in when we got him, which helps show that his bodily functions are still working okay. So what we'll do is, do you want to that wound there? That's a real big chunky one right there, so we'll make sure we get some right on in that. Looks like it's already been creamed, but and then one there on his back, on the side. I know, mate, I know. Don't blame us for it. Trying to help you.
Has arrived.
Little scratch there too. Alright, so drop his water into that. And it should give him a little hide box maybe. Or I can hide under the blanket, he'll find somewhere to hide in there. Oh yeah, does that fit?
You're taking my little budget.
Yeah, that's alright.
It's a little bit
Turn it
Oh.
sideways.
Yeah, that's good. That'll do him. Gives him somewhere to hide. Okay, little buddy. Hey, what's your attitude? I like that they try, eh? I admire them for trying. I love their attitude. I reckon it's cool. They're like this tiny little thing and they're like, come here, see. Hey, mate. Slipping right off this hook now. It's going to be hard to hook him.
He's cranky.
Yeah, he's had enough. He wants to go home. We can go home as soon as we can let you go home, matey. If we put you at home now, you would have ended up dead. Look at his tail, whatever. Oh, God, it's slippery. So slippery.
Slippery boy.
There we go. There we go, matey. In there, look.
Like my house.
There's
This
some
is
water.
where I used to
There's
live.
water there. Alright. Water. Oh, goes home and hides. That's what I wanted. So I can get the lid on.
It's a dark place.
Just needed to put bloody cream around that rim. He creamed himself up. Alright. So, there we go. Now we'll hold on to him At least while that cream settles down, might even do it one more time. See how he goes. Normally you'd still try and maybe feed him and make sure they can poo and there's no internal damage, but he's already done a poo. So that's a good sign. So we'll just pretty much let him dry up, put him back out in the bush and hope for the best.